Welcome back to the Young Entrepreneur Network. Today we're going to be discussing the different businesses that you can set up literally tomorrow.
Literally tomorrow.
Literally tomorrow. So these businesses are really aimed for you youngsters wanting to try and get into business that don't really have many ideas, but you're really interested in the whole method of like making money and being your own boss. So yeah, when I was younger, I'd done little things on the side. I had a cleaning business, I sold sweets, and you show that passion for being an entrepreneur and the spirit of it really early on.
So yeah, I think this is going to be a good one to get a couple ideas as to some things that you can do. So the quote of the day is, starting a business is like jumping out of an airplane without a parachute. In mid-air, you kind of try and build your parachute in hopes of building it and opening it before you hit the floor and die.
You've got to try and sort it out on the way.
Yeah.
So like you start a business and then you're hoping for the best, like when you jump out of a plane, but you've got to try and figure it out and sort it out before you actually get to the
jump out of planes and hope for the best.
No, I don't, because we have plans. That is why we have plans in place which prevent this. But yeah, Robert Kiyosaki wrote that quote. Who, again, we've mentioned him in a few different videos now. Check him out. Great book that we both read. Rich Dad Poor Dad. We might actually do a review on it. It's that good of a book. Top entrepreneur, and yeah, have a look into his stuff.
Number one. So just remember, these are ideas. You might not like 5 out of 6 of them. All you need is that one idea that you like. So firstly, gym/fitness classes, so you can kind of rent out space in fitness centers or whatever.
Yeah, but to be honest, if you're young and you're trying to actually do something, if you go to a local gym or something and just I'll say, look, I'm really trying to build myself as an entrepreneur, I want to set up a gym class, even offer them like a little bit of the money that you make from it or something like that as a little deal. Just be really inventive and you will be able to get space for next to nothing. And yeah, you'll be able to start a little business on the side there.
Use social media to market it, but that's a very good point. Play on the fact that you're young and you're trying to do something, because people have a lot of time for that and they want to support those kind of things. So there's that's definitely a good idea, or even online coaching. That's definitely a good idea, and try and think of something that is going to appeal to potentially your audience. So I don't know, something that I can't think of it off my head, but like a box exercise class or a HIIT training class, just something that, but try and put a different spin on it and give people a reason to come to it, and then market it through social media and see how it goes.
Right, so the second business we're going to mention today is graphic designing. As you know, like everything is online nowadays, and as a company owner myself, I always need graphics made, and it's not really who's got the experience or whatever. If you can provide me with a good portfolio, you can create me a good image, I will give you the job. It doesn't matter what your age is. If you can learn to use tools like Photoshop, softwares like Photoshop and stuff like that, and you can make your own little twists on images and stuff, it's so powerful. And at the end of the day, it's something you don't need an office for. You can do it from your laptop, and graphic designers are paid very, very well. So definitely look into that, because as the internet becomes more important, even though it's really important, it's only going to grow, and the demand for your services in return are going to grow.
One thing I will say, when you're starting out and you're building up your skills, a good idea is to offer some stuff for free, offer to do things for free or for a very low price, just so you build up your portfolio and you've got some credibility to come and take to companies where then they will pay you more.
Just go to businesses and just say, look, I'm a young graphic designer, have a look at some of the stuff I've done before, will you give me a trial? Even if you have to give them a few free graphics and you prove yourself, it's worth it, honestly, it really is worth it.
Linking to the last point about everything being online, video editing companies, like, they don't have time to train someone to be a graphic designer, they don't have time to train someone to be an editor. Videos are being used more and more for promotion, etc., and they need people to edit these videos and make them look good. And that is an opportunity where if you learn how to do it and you sort of work on your skills, there's a lot of potential, whether you're working for YouTubers or companies, there's a lot of potential to make money that way.
So point number 4, it might not appeal to all of you, but it's a really, really good way to make money with low cost and literally not having to spend a penny, and that is cleaning services. So you might need to get some resources, but very, very low startup costs. Very, very low startup.
Just borrow some off your mum. I remember when I was a kid, I did this. We had like a group of 2 or 3 of us, and we'd go door to door in our whole village, being like, can we wash your car for £5? And we ended up turning over like something like 100 in a day, and I took home my share of £30, and I was gassed. And it was just something, it's just good to get.
You just gotta have that initiative, like go and knock on people's doors. Like, you don't need to sit on the street and wait for people to drive by. Go to people, knock on their door. Even another thing I used to do is knock on people's door. Do you need anything done to your garden or anything? Even though I was useless at gardening, unlike Joel's dad of course, I'd done it anyway, and they paid me. They loved that I was young and I was trying to make money. So just even door knocking for stuff like cleaning and cutting grass and all sorts of stuff, it's really worth it. And again, play on the fact that you're young, make the most of it. You don't stay young forever. As you can see, look at Joel, look at his face, he's got some weird beard going on.
It says you.
Yeah, I've got a beard as well. But...
Number 5 is social media consulting. This was made big by Tai Lopez, but this is something, he's mentioned charging massive amounts, but if you're a younger kid, even if you're charging them 100 or 200 quid a month, just to run their social media for them, you know what hashtags to put on, you know the best time to post. They don't know any of this, they're like, what the fuck is Twitter? They genuinely, older people, older business owners don't really know what's going on. They didn't grow up with this. You did. You know everything. You probably spend like 90% of your life on social media. Make the most of it, because you definitely already have those skills.
And our last point, which is probably one in the limelight at the moment, is Shopify stores. So creating a little store online, paying a monthly fee on Shopify and creating your own products without ever having to touch them in easy terms. Drop shipping the products. I know Joel's giving it a go. How are you finding it?
It's been really good. So I've been working on it with a couple of people, not going to disclose anything, but using Facebook ads and influencers. Like, there's some days where we're turning over like well over 5 figures in one day, which is ridiculous. Obviously that's not all profit, but if you find the right product, you use influencer marketing or Facebook ads or Google ads and promote it. Make sure you test it first, test as a market for it. Do some fake run ads where you put £10 budget on, or you try a really small influencer, see if people would buy it, then just refund them. Then you get an idea as to whether it's possible to scale up, and then you know whether to put loads of money into it. But yeah, drop shipping and making e-commerce stores. Like 50 years ago, you had to actually have a shop and open that store. Now, you pay £10 or £30 or whatever it is for Shopify.
Just have a look online. Like, there's so much help on YouTube, so many people giving you free information about Shopify. Put a bit of time into your day, into your diary. I'm going to check out Shopify, have a look into it, and it could potentially make you a load of money in the future.
100%. So that is the end of that video now. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys did take some knowledge and some value from it. If you're new around here, make sure you invest in that subscribe button. I promise you, it costs nothing, and the ROI on it is hopefully going to be really sick for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
See you next time.